folks, how's everybody doing? Rudy with 1980s hairstyle, going for the crazy afro, awesome hair. That's what we're going for. I've been getting so many haircuts, I haven't spent much time paying attention. And you know what turned out? You know what's going on? You guys ready for this? You're not going to believe this. So, apparently in the last 30 days, Core 2020 has been telling everyone to hold my chalupa. Well, it decides to run to the races and go visit the moon. I don't know why, not sure what's going on here, but holy smokes, is it ridiculous. So, but there's so many things to talk about with this Core 2020 situation. It's like watching my hair grow right now. It's ridiculous, folks. So, the first thing that caught my attention, this was brought to my attention by a couple patrons who were actually buying slowly on the open market some of these Core 2020 boxes. I stopped selling this box. I had this box to the page. I was selling Core 2020 for about, I think, 13 months. I think it was maybe 12 months before the new one was replaced for the $80 shipped, and that's been long gone. Core 2020 has been gone for, what, 6 months? How long is Core 2020? 9 months? It's been gone a while. So anyways, listen to this. The message literally went like this. Hey, Rudy, did you notice that all the way back in the last 10 years, I said, whoa, stop there. You're going to have me compare Core 2020 to 10 years back? Yeah. This was a real conversation. And the guy goes, what do you think has the highest value in cards and expected value in a core set in the last 10 years? And I was like, well, the last 10 years. I mean, I'm going to go all the way back to like Core 2012 or Core 2015. The M15 and 12s, those were home run sets. Core 13 and 14 were a little weaker, but still epic sets. But I'm going to vote Core 2012 or Core 2015. And it turns out the correct answer is Core 2020 has the highest value of single cards out of every core set from M19, M20, M21, all the way back to M15, M14, M13, M12. You have to go back to M11 to get a higher value of cards in a box than Core 2020. I was like, no, come on. Don't spank my chalupa like that. That's just wrong. There's no way. Like, I thought I was being bamboozled here. No joke. And sure enough, Core 2020 decides to just talk about a perfect storm. Talk about a perfect storm, ladies and gentlemen. What a weird... Apparently, this has been going on the last 2 months, and I've just been too busy getting haircuts daily to pay attention. So, let's go over the details, shall we? So first, let's talk about how it derives that value. So using TCG Mid, it's like $122 in value. Using TCG Market, it's like $115. So the first thing I want to note, I want to comment to everybody, is the spread between TCG Market, which is the more accurate number for new products, and TCG Mid, which is like full retail, is extraordinarily tight. Giggity. The variance between the mid and the market price is very tight, less than 10% swing, which is a sign the prices are more accurate in the range of people selling. The numbers are actually more tight. It doesn't have a big spread of numbers, which is, I don't know if that makes sense. So the next thing that caught my attention is obviously you have uncommons in the set of Core 2020, which are carrying a pretty surprising value. But the biggest kicker was, unlike Core 19, which, you guys remember Core 19? It was, I mean, I didn't bash, well, I kind of did bash the set. Core 19 was mythic or bust, remember? Core 2020, look at the value of the mythics for a core, or the mythics, I'm sorry. Look at the value of the rares. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a core set that's out of print, out of standard, and loaded with $5, $10, $15 rares in the set. Like, unbelievable. The value of good uncommons and the value of rares is carrying and inflating the value of the cards within a box on a product that's just out of print, which is very unusual. This is this is Rudy rare. This is R squared. This is mythic, majestic Rudy rare. Because when everybody knows, come on, everybody knows, you know, I don't make enough money to play standard. When standard rotates, you can feel the vacuum sucking the living taco sauce out of you. And you can literally, that's what happens. Because literally all the vacuum of all the financial value in the single cards, when the set rotates, is just annihilated. Okay? From the vault, annihilated. Then it moves to the next new, hot, and spicy hype train thing. So to go against this and just kind of do its own thing is extraordinarily rare, everybody. So now here's the next kicker. You ready for the next part? Remember, Core 2020. Remember, Core 2020 is the last core set before they swapped over to the flashy era. It is the end of the Bronze era. Core 2020 was around War of the Spark time. You guys remember that? So if you want Core 2020 products, the cards or anything, the foil multiplier is going to be higher because the flashier foil versions of those cards still carry an actual value to them. This is pre-Core 2021, pre-Throne of Eldraine. So in other words, there are no Core 2020 collector boxes. There are no Core 2020 set boxes. It's literally, I like the set, I like the box. You have one choice, just like War of the Spark, just like Guilds and Allegiance. You got one choice. If you like it, there's the booster box. You got one item to choose from. There's no variants. There's no flashy versions. There's not 20 different frames and versions. It's literally, if you like 2020, nobody liked 2020. If you liked Core Set M20, it's just like War of the Spark. It's just like Guilds and Allegiance. You got one choice to be a part of that. So I'm really blown away that we're seeing not only a core set, which are the most hated, bashed upon, made fun of product lines that you can possibly be involved in with collecting or being an investor or anything with sealed product. Core sets are like the terrible stepchild, stepbro thing. It's just the worst. Historically, those are the least successful product lines. They have the lowest demand, the lowest sales, and the lowest print runs out of any standard draft box in Magic's history. It is what it is, unless you go back to like Revise or 4th edition when Magic really blew up and boomed in 95. But overall, in the modern era, which is like M10, M11, M12 forward, when the print run was changed, and moved forward and printed demand and all that Oblivion crap, historically core sets just don't have much financial value. They never really sell well. And come on, let's be honest. It's a 2020 virus pandemic release product. We've talked about this many times on this channel, ladies and gentlemen. All those products in 2020. Looking at you, Theros Beyond Death. Looking at you, Ikoria, little lair of Rudy's Behemoth and Twins. I understand. Core 2020. I'm just telling you all right now, these product lines, well, technically Core 2020 came out right, but well, it wasn't, the release date wasn't right in the middle of the pandemic, but you get the idea. This was an era where stores were not holding product. I'm telling you all, anything from the 2020 just disaster time frame, they're going to age better with a higher probability of better returns and that are going to be above average because of the outside variables that are not even related to Magic. So that's very interesting. So, when you put all this together, you got an inverted EV. So expected value, even using the lower number TCG market, of $115 a box. And there's sealed boxes on the open market for $95. Am I missing something? Clearly, Rudy's become a Timmy again because I clearly don't. I'm probably missing something. You all could just bash, thumbs down, do your twirly bird. Does the thumbs down button even work anymore on this channel? It's probably broken. You see what I'm saying? Think about the variable. Think about the lineup right here. If this was like a CFA, just a certified financial analyst, and you were going into a boardroom to present your findings to your head equity investor, and this is a hedge fund or something, and the hedge fund says, okay, Timmy, stand up. What are your results on the following 3 things? And literally, he presents his findings as a CFA for the firm, and he says, what do we do about Core 20? And the guy, and Timmy in the corner stands up and says, well, this is what we got. We got an EV that's already pushed above the sealed box value. So we have an inverted EV. Positive. Okay, we got a product before the flashy era started. No collector box, no variant. Huge positive. It's a core set. Lowest print run, lowest sales numbers, highest negativity. Huge positive. You've got the product, half the product's life cycle was in the middle of a pandemic. Huge long-term bullish indicator for supply problems. Look at me. It's ridiculous. So, in conclusion, like I said, I just want to be on record that my personal opinion, these Core 2020 booster boxes, I spun the wheel this morning, and this is the video we're going to talk about today. Overall, yeah, 12, 18 months, these are going to be $200 boxes. The supply, the amount of variables that are bullish and that are going to push this thing higher, it's just too positive. There's just too many positive strength to push this thing up. It's crazy, man. It's